We live in a hyper focused manifestation society. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe in manifestation. As a matter of fact, I manifest every single day. And I am also manifesting the right people to watch this video. And if you are watching, you are who I've manifested. But manifestation is not something that you attract from the outside. It is actually what is already embodied within you. You manifest based off of who you are. And that's why it's important for you to reset your identity. The old identity is connected to beliefs and or phrases that were given to you as a young child. And that phrase has been the one phrase that has carried you all the way to this present day. And if that belief about yourself is that you don't deserve good things, or that good things are always going to someone else, or that you always get the short end of the stick, you will continue to manifest that desire. The universe has a way with affirming what you are saying out of your mouth. The universe deals with absolute. And if you are saying that you never manifest good things, it's going to always present you with an opportunity to confirm that subconscious belief. That is a subconscious narrative that you have absolutely lived out of. So the rewiring is extremely important. In this society of manifesting, one thing I want you to keep in mind is what I believe most people are not teaching today is that you cannot manifest anything from a stressful environment. If you are currently in an environment that is stressing you out, perhaps maybe you're stressing over your bills, maybe your children are getting on your nerves, or the boss at your job, or maybe you are CEO and you are giving out to everyone, and you're over here putting out fires, and you're over here burning the midnight oil, and you're extremely stressed out on your everyday life, it is going to be very difficult for you to manifest. When you sit down to try to manifest, it's going to feel like a glass ceiling, and you're hitting that glass ceiling over and over again, no matter what you do, from the imagination, from the subconscious wiring, you shifting your identity, you even recalibrating your nervous system. Nothing will work in a stressful environment. You will have to get out of that environment if you desire to manifest. Perhaps maybe going to take a walk on the beach, sitting in the sand, doing some things that will put you in a state maybe of a child like mine. Children have this ability that where they can imagine things and it just happens for them. And I believe that there's a Bible verse that says that we are to come unto God like children. Suffer not, let the little children come. And that deals with the imagination. Come as a child when it comes to imagination. That deals with play. When you live in the energy or the vibrational frequency of play, it helps you to manifest. So in this video, we're going to talk about getting out of the stressful environment and share a few tips at how you can manifest from playing, from singing, so on and so forth. If you are new to the channel, my name is Angela Yee, and this is the Anatomy of Shrinking. I help people just like you stop performing and to show up as their true, authentic self, which is connected to your identity. I remember I used to perform when I had my spa. I performed for my clients. I performed for my children. I performed just to keep that business going. And one day, everything stopped. And I had no other choice but to stop performing because there was no more clients. There was no more money coming in. It was just me, myself, and I. And that's when I had this aha moment or a revelation that I had been performing all of these years and I needed to reset my identity. And that's what I've created my identity system for people just like you. Perhaps you are a CEO that has your own business, but yet you find yourself performing. And at the end of the day, you've given out the best of your time, talent, and treasure to everybody except for you. And you're exhausted. You don't know who you are. You are searching and trying to figure out, who am I underneath the CEO? My identity system is built just for you, to help you to return home to yourself and find out exactly who you are. So let's get right into what we're going to talk about today. So there are a few things that we're going to discuss today about being in a stressful environment. Stress, we know, is one of the number one silent killers. It destroys many people every single day. Living in a stressful environment is very taxing on the body. It causes mental anguish and mental breakdown, and it prevents you from manifesting the life that you desire to manifest. So there are some things that you can do right now that you can walk yourself through the path and the journey from stress, which is connected to survival, to thriving. One of those things is singing. Now, most of you watching know that I've written songs that talks about the anatomy of shrinking, reclaiming your freedom, unlearning you, my safe place, the architect of lies. All of these things are centered around a person who has built this identity that is false. A false identity can stress you out because you have to perform in order to keep this identity going. You ever heard the saying that when someone lies, they tell one lie, they got to keep telling another lie over and over and over because you don't remember the last lie you told? That's what performing actually is. You're going to have to keep performing in order to maintain this lie that you've built so that other people can think that your life is so successful. Songs, singing, which is a vibration, will help to open up your vortex and allow stress to release. One thing you can do is the hum sound. Humming helps to open up the vagus nerve, which is connected to your nervous system, and it helps to release all of the stress hormones, and it helps to recalibrate your nervous system. I mentioned a play at the very beginning. I believe that playfulness is a vibrational frequency, which causes you to release stress, that stress hormone as well. Meditation is another thing that you can do that will help you to release the stress hormone. What about going to go walk to the beach? I just recently moved somewhere and I'm 3 minutes away from the beach. How about going to go sit at the beach whenever you feel stressed out? Get out of the place that you are in, whether it's in your home or your job. If you're in a place where you're not safe, by all means, get into a safe space. But if you are in a space to where you're just stressed out because life just be lifing, go to the beach, go for a walk. Walking helps to release stress out of your body and to bring you into a state of relaxation. You can also do stretching and yoga. There are so many things, exercises that you can do that will help you to remove stress. Stress, again, has been stopping you from manifesting. And this is what a lot of people are not teaching. They're not teaching you to leave out of those environments or to remove the stress out of your life if you desire to manifest. I teach that in order to manifest, you're going to have to recalibrate your nervous system. You're going to have to get in that Zen place to relax your nervous system. And I shared in a video before ways that you can recalibrate your nervous system. Okay? So, stress is the number one thing that I wanted to share with you today about removing that so that you can manifest. What you desire, friends, is already here. You've been manifesting from your current state of reality. That is stress as well. But when you talk from your future self, meaning from the place where you are already in that space, you're already living that life that you desire to live, that's when you begin to see the manifestation. Shared a video earlier about writing a letter from your future self. And in writing this letter, you're going to write everything in this letter that you desire your future self to tell your current self right now. Because your current self is trying to get to where your future self is. There is a parallel universe that we're living in. You're already living out the life that you dreamed about. So your future self is already there. If you would stop looking at your life from the state of occurrence, from the state of challenge, and from a state of panic and survival, this too will help you to release the stress and to manifest the reality that you desire to manifest. So, writing this letter to your future self, to your current self, and being extremely specific as to what you desire, because the universe again deals with absolute. It's going to take exactly what you are saying, and it's going to bring it to manifestation. And after you do that, tell yourself some questions, or ask yourself some questions. Am I ready for this? Can I really handle what I'm desiring? How does my nervous system feel right now? And I forgot to mention this in the earlier video, but say what you wrote or read it out loud. And after that, do nothing. Release it and allow the universe to take up the remaining space in order to manifest. You've done your part as the command center. The command center is your nervous system. You've done the part. You've done the work. Now allow the universe to do the rest of the work. Okay? So moving out of stress, getting into that Zen place, happy space, laughter, singing, dancing, all of these things will help you to release the stress, put yourself in manifestation mode. You are supposed to manifest just simply by thinking of a thing. If I can relate to a scripture in the Bible where it says, and Adam named, and in the garden it was this, and then there was jewels, and then there was trees, and then there were animals, and Adam named everything that was there. I know that is an allegory and it's a metaphysical, but just for time's sake, just for context, just say if Adam literally was a person and all of the things we just named, do you think that it took Adam years in order to name the things? Do you think it took God years in order to create the things? Or did God say, and so shall it be established? And what God said then is still today. And what Adam named then still is today. The power of your words, the power of your vibration. Your words come from within you. They are your vibration. You live in your frequency. You're manifesting from your frequency every single day. And if your frequency is one of stress, it is going to be so difficult for you to manifest. So, and we know that it didn't take God forever. It just something that was spoken. The power of your spoken word is absolutely powerful. And what you say shall manifest, no matter what it is. Even if you're in that stressful environment, you're manifesting. It's not what you want, but you're manifesting something. So in order to shift gears and put you in the manifestation mode where you're on the track of success and aligning your nervous system, subconscious mind, and your identity, but what you want That is going to put you on the fast track, the fast mode of manifestations. Like the saying that says, think and grow rich. Align and grow rich. Align and manifest. Moving out of that stressful environment into an environment of peace. That's how you're going to manifest. So friends, if something in this video resonated with you, that is simply just the beginning. I created an entire identity system that will help you stop performing, reset your identity, rewire your subconscious mind, and regulate and recalibrate your nervous system. In my identity system, we will go over the generational patterns and cycles, the blockages, the glass ceilings, things that are stopping you from manifesting, that's keeping you in a performing mode all of this time. And we're going to move you out of that. I'm going to give you exercises to do, strategies on how to come out of performing and back over into your authentic self, back home. That's what happened with me. I returned home to myself. I had another awakening. I believe you have more than one. If you are wanting that, I invite you to click the link in my bio and click on that link and join my identity system today. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.